Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome back to another weekly edition of our Market Analysis Madness session, where we are going to have a look at the weekly market outlook with HFM. As always, I am your host for today. My name is Francois Duplessis. I am the senior market analyst for the southern part of Africa for HFM, and I am here to give you the rundown on what to expect within the market in the week ahead. Before we dive in, however, kindly just as always familiarize yourself with the risk disclaimer that is currently being displayed on your screen. This risk disclaimer basically, in short, just states that everything that will be shared during this quick session is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as financial advice.
So let's jump right into it and have a look at what is happening during this upcoming week. On Thursday, and this concludes on Saturday. Now, what is going to take place at this event, and why is this such a big talking point in this coming week? Well, first things first, Federal Chair Jerome Powell is set to deliver his highly anticipated keynote address at this annual symposium, and his address will take place on Friday. Now, this speech will take place at 4 o'clock South African Standard Time. Now, during this, from a trader's perspective, we will be eagerly awaiting cues on the pace and the timing of future interest rate cuts. Now, obviously, if we have seen some positive data that has been driving hopes of a soft economic landing, and we saw stocks rebound in the past 2 weeks, on the past week mainly, from that earlier sell-off that we saw in the beginning of August. Now, the big question on everyone's mind, obviously, regarding the interest rate cuts, I think we've kind of got to the stage now where an interest rate cut in September is, I don't want to use the word guaranteed, but almost a certainty. So now it's basically just the question is, will the Federal Reserve opt for a quarter point rate cut or a half point rate cut in September? Traders, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? Are we going to see a quarter rate cut, or are we going to see a full half point rate cut in the month of September? I would love to hear from each and every one of you, so looking forward to reading those comments. Then from an economic data standpoint, and now we can actually quickly switch over to the economic calendar. There's your economic calendar on your screen now. So if we have a look here, you will see on Wednesday, and this will be Wednesday evening, the much anticipated Federal Reserve meeting minutes will be released. So this is the July meeting minutes, which could offer some additional insight into what they are thinking on inflation and as well on rate cuts. Also on Wednesday, look out for the release. So that'll be a little bit up here of the South African CPI. So that's the South African inflation results, which will give us additional insight into the health of the South African economy, and very, very crucial event as well for all you USD ZAR traders. Moving on to Thursday, so we will see the release of the weekly jobless claims report, and this will also be accompanied by appearances of several Fed officials, including Christopher Waller, Raphael Bosnick, and Michael Barr. You can also see here at the bottom, obviously the Jackson Hole Symposium will kick off as well. And then additionally, we will also see some key PMI data that will be released, providing us a real-time snapshot of economic activity across the globe. Last month's PMI highlighted an economic slowdown coupled with stubborn inflation, and this added to central bank challenges. So we will definitely need to pay attention to the US manufacturing activity and German numbers for signs on further economic contraction. Staying within the US, the Democratic National Convention kicks off today. So that is Monday, the 19th of August in Chicago. And this will be focusing on boosting Vice President Kamala Harris's presidency candidacy. Now, Harris has been closing the gap with Republican candidate Donald Trump in recent polls and betting markets. Traders and investors alike are watching closely to see how her policy positions, especially her commitment to the Federal Reserve independence, will influence the market. Let me know in the comment section, who's your current favorite at winning the US elections? Are you voting that Harris, or are you betting that Harris will win, or are you betting that Trump will win? Finishing things off for today, we having a quick little discussion here on energy markets, where we saw the global energy markets remain volatile with crude oil prices driven above $80 a barrel due to escalating tensions in the Middle East. However, uncertainties about demand from China are keeping prices in check. In Europe, wholesale gas prices are fluctuating, fueled by concerns over potential disruptions in Russian gas supplies through Ukraine. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, let's quickly have a look at our technical analysis for today. Looking, the charts have in store for us for the week ahead. Obviously, as we are seeing the South African inflation being released on Wednesday, I'm kicking things off with USD ZAR. And you can see here that the ZAR has strengthened significantly over the past couple of weeks against the US dollar, currently trading at just a little bit above 17 Rand and 77 cents to the dollar, and strongly declining further, so that Rand strengthening, dollar declining. And now we are aiming for that bottom of the channel over here, which is also our next support, which is sitting at around 17 Rand 55 cents to the dollar. Now, again, this is going to greatly depend on the data that we will be receiving on Wednesday from the South African CPI data, as well as the additional data from that Federal Reserve meeting minutes and whatever gets said at the Jackson Hole Symposium. Looking at Euro USD is currently trading just below this primary resistance since this morning. And again, if we see a weaker dollar continue, we could potentially see a break of this resistance. Personally, I'll be waiting for a break above that 1.105 level, and that could lead to a rally to this previous high point at 1.1123. Now, if this resistance obviously gets respected and we do see a bit of a pullback, we could see a retest of this level here at 1.1019, or even further down at 1.0954. As well as looking at gold. Now, very interesting fact about gold. Gold has achieved new all-time highs during the year of 2024, a grand total of 15 times. That's obviously by my count, okay? I might be wrong, but by my count, we have achieved new all-time highs, a total of 15 times this year. Now, that obviously, looking here at, we have now recently broken this previous resistance level, which was around 2,480. And now we're trading on that 2,500 flat level. Now, if this bullish rally continues, we could see it potentially go and test that 123 Fibonacci extension level, which is at 2,532. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think this rally on gold will continue, or do you think we are due for some pullbacks? And last but not least, looking at NASDAQ. Now, NASDAQ, if we're looking here at the daily, is currently trading just above that 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level, which is obviously that golden zone or golden ratio on the Fibonacci extension or retracement levels. So if this resistance does get respected, and I mean, even here on the 4-hour, you can see on the stochastics, we are nicely overbought at the moment. So if this does break and can break below that 19,400 level, we could see a little bit of a retracement coming down to retest some of our lower levels, maybe around this 19,030 level, or even further down at 18,600. However, if we do break above this 19,615, maybe 19,620, we can see this rally extend up to the 78% Fibonacci retracement level, which is at 20,010. Traders, that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I am looking forward to hearing from you. And if you have any special analysis requests, I am here to assist and I'm here to help. Please remember to join each one of our either Telegram or WhatsApp channels based on the country that you are in, so that you can also stay up to date with all news releases, as well as have a look at the hfm.com website. Under tools, under analysis tools, you will find the exclusive analysis submitted and published there by each one of the analysts here at HFM to assist you in staying up to date with everything that is happening in the markets. Traders, I will see you again next week. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to reading your comments as well. Thank you so much. Cheers.